How are we doing, guys? Moose here, back for episode number 35 of our West Ham United career mode. And with the start of this episode, we're going to have the comments chatter. What are the viewers saying? Segment return. We will have the mailbag in the next episode. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for all of the comments on the last episode. The feedback's just been absolutely unbelievable. And when I hear back from you guys, it just makes me so much more excited to be able to keep showing you this career mode and keep, trying to provide as great of entertainment and content for you with the career. And fantastic response talking about that Everton match I mentioned at the beginning of the last episode. Daniel Feeling saying, come on, we're the heart and soul of London. Street Slayer responded, talked about how Adrian's an absolute legend. I agree. We got Aquaman, our resident Everton fan, our opponent here, who said, it's been a tough season for the Toffees and that, but too bad. Come on, you Irons. Greg Thomas buzzing from the result, you and me both, and Prime showed how much we miss Sacco. He's been very, very key, and I'll tell you what, I need to see him step up in this career mode as well. So thank you guys all for the responses. We've also had some huge comments as well on Operation Sports. We have Rabbit saying, check this out. The energy is outstanding. I appreciate all the comments. Thank you so much. It was a great set piece from DeBall, and I really appreciate the props. I try to provide the best commentary for you guys. Tank Habi saying, making West Ham our own. Absolutely. That's what I get from your feedback. Player suggestions, things like that. Headlines, really just things that can make this career mode have a bit of excitement. Some headlines just to make it different. We're looking very, very solid. Orion and Papinho both say that they're loving the team, but they want to see a strong center back come in. So I agree. I think we could use that, help us out set piece wise, or let's see if Reece Oxford can do it. But let me know in the comments who you think would be a good center back to add on. Not just you two, but everybody watching the video. Let me know in the comments. And also Simpu says we're looking very good, great free kicks, and we're just toughing it out. So thank you so much for everybody who provides the comments. It's been well appreciated. And topically, we talked about the Everton match in the last episode, and guess what we're going to have now? An Everton double feature. We're going to play Everton twice in this episode. Once in the Capital One Cup, and then again in the Premier League, both times at Goodison Park. So we've just hauled the team up to a hotel. We're just going to relax, stay the week in Liverpool, unfortunately. Hopefully it'll be nice, and odds are, we'll see. But gonna be a massive matchup. Of course, we're in the round of 16 of the Capital One Cup, and the thing you want to note from Everton, look at how strong this side is. We play them in the league in 3 days' time. They're actually ahead of us in the league. I think they're in second or third, and yet they are running out basically their first team in the Capital One Cup, whereas we're running a complete second team out in this Capital One Cup fixture. Guys like Oxford, Medine's coming in, Iorfa, really, Neves is getting a start. We're running the entire second team. Valencia trying to prove why he should come back into the team with an early opportunity, but he does strike just wide. So if we can pull out a victory here, that will be absolutely sensational, because we'll then have Everton's, probably a rotated side from them in our Premier League fixture. And you can see Iorfa with some unbelievable defensive blocks there, showing why he's definitely our right back of the future and could take the starting position away from Van der Wiel as early as maybe next season, as he whips in a delightful, a tasty, sumptuous cross to Diafra Sacco. And I'll channel my inner Jackie Childs from Seinfeld. Delicious, tasty, scrumptious for that beautiful cross. It's a lovely finish from Sacco, and it gives us that 1-0 advantage early on. But Everton would strike back very, very soon. Barkley lead in the charge here with a very good strike, but thankfully for us, Darren Randolph equal to the task early on, and we come back the other way about 10 minutes later with Sacco playing a delightful chip ball over the top to Callum Wilson. But unfortunately, the striker, he's playing out on the wing for us today because of that great pace he has, and unfortunately, he's not able to create another goal-scoring opportunity and magnify it into a goal. It's really unfortunate just how much he's been struggling offensively this year, and it's certainly a reason that he's not broken into the team at all. We know he's unhappy with his playtime, but he's got to step it up if he wants to get some playtime. And I mean, we're giving up goals to Tom Cleverley the other way around. The former Manchester United man heads in the rebound from Randolph, and just like that, Everton have gotten back on level terms, and Ruben Neves would be the man to try and break that deadlock, but unfortunately his shot is straight at Joel, who's now Everton's first choice keeper as Tim Howard's retired. And if there's one thing besides death and taxes, it's that Romelu Lukaku will score against West Ham United. The Belgians played through. It's a lovely finish. Randolph does his best to come out and take away, any kind of angle, but unfortunately just gets a piece of it, and Lukaku puts the ball in the back of net. But we nearly equalize here with Callum Wilson. Again, it's lovely control to take the ball down, but he just can't beat Joel. He puts it straight at him yet again, showing that lack of, just sharpness. But Mikel Antonio, no such thing as he puts the ball in the back of the net. It's a wonderfully worked move. Noble finds Diafrasacco, plays it to Antonio, who's come on, and he cuts in from the wing, and that is a fantastic finish from the former Nottingham Forest man, who's really trying to show his worth, as we haven't had great wing play this season. Carrillo and Morales have really been underwhelming, so if Antonio can put together a strong performance, maybe that bodes well for him. But if anyone was going to score the goal to take Everton back in front, we didn't want it to be this man. McCarthy, the man who scissored down Payet with that despicable tackle. Give him credit. It's a lovely finish. Takes the ball now and hits it on the half volley. It's a fantastic goal, and we need to find that equalizer now. Antonio on the overlap on the right-hand side. Plays into Gabriel, our young striker with a good chance, but unfortunately his shot's deflected and goes out for a corner, which would lead Mark Noble to take it. Flicks the ball in. Antonio heads it down, or it's headed down to Antonio. I should say he's hit the post. Mikel Antonio with the chance of the match. Is a wonderful strike. Absolutely delightful from 22 yards. Gets outside of Joel's hands, but unfortunately it hits the post, and I could show you the rest of the highlights, but you know that would be the best one we would have the rest of the way, and unfortunately we would fall to Everton 3-2. We'd be knocked out of the cup, and looking at the stats, you could say it might be a fair result. They dominated us in terms of shots. Randolph had a very, very strong game, and for me, he was my man of the match. I thought he was fantastic. 3 Moose's Mighty Hammer points for him, 2 points for Antonio, who was very, very solid once he came on, and 1 point for Dominic Ior for the right back, who I thought was extremely strong for us. So we are out of the Capital One Cup in the round of 16, unfortunately, but if I have to be honest, I'd rather, you know, save the players, let's rest them, and try and go for an FA Cup title, championship, not title, but you know what I mean, the FA Cup crown, if we are able to. And we come into then our league match against Everton just 3 days later, playing our full strength side. We're throwing out all the big guns, as we need 3 points here against an Everton side that's been very, very solid to start out this campaign, but they are going to run out a rotated squad, and hopefully we can take advantage. They are just 3 points ahead of us, so a victory here with a big enough goal difference would see us leapfrog them in the league table. And if we take a look, the man we need to be on form for us to give us the best chance at picking up the 3 points is Paulo Dybala. He's the current league leading goal scorer with 8 on the season. He's been in hot form, and I'll tell you what, he could have had a lot more. He's even had plenty of chances that he hasn't finished, so we're going to look for some more goal scoring from him. But besides Joel and Jagielka and maybe Aaron Lennon, we'll say it's a completely rotated team. Guys like Leon Osman, I can't believe he's still even playing football. Umbakani, who they brought in from Norwich, they're going to be in the lineup. Guys like Lukaku and Barkley are not, so we look to take advantage. Dybala up front, Payet, Carrillo, Ceballos, our attacking trio behind him, with the rest of our regular starters following suit. So hopefully we can do some very strong things here in this performance. But the 6th minute, it would be Leon Osman, the aforementioned man, starting off early, whipping a ball in for, I think it was Naismith, but thankfully for us, his header is just wide of Butland's post. He may have tipped it and kept it out. Aaron Cresswell with our first real attempt from range in the 16th minute, but his shot is easily saved by Robles. And then we come forward on the counter here. Dani Ceballos in the 20th minute, dances through, finds the ball to Dimitri Payet on the left-hand side. Lovely bit of skill to curl inside of a couple of defenders, has the shot, but doesn't test Joel. He puts it a couple of feet wide of the post. And one real chance here for Umbakani yet again. Tries to chip Jack Butland, but he has been fantastic for us. He's really coming into his own. I would love to see his rating go up. He's been stuck at that 78 mark, but he has been fantastic for us, really showing off. He struggled a bit at the beginning of last season, so to see him turn it around this year, when he's got, you know, an off season with the club, he's really been able to cement his place in the team now that we brought him in. So hopefully he can continue that form and lead us up the table, because we have had one of the best defenses in the entire Premier League. And now Andre Carrillo here in the 38th minute tries to dance around Galloway. He does show off those lovely 5-star skills that he has. Then he beats Jagielka. Jagielka's forced to chop him down in the area, and it is granted a penalty by the referee, and Jagielka would get a yellow card as well, and that would see Paulo Dybala taking on Joel Robles here. We know Robles struggles with penalties against West Ham. Hashtag Adrian the hero. But Dybala would step up and take it, and you would expect the man to score. He's been nearly automatic from the penalty spot for us when he's been our man to take him. Obviously, Noble's our best penalty taker, but he's not always in the starting 11. And Joel, equal to the task, keeps Dybala's strikeout. He does. It's a good, well-taken penalty, but Robles guesses right and puts the ball up for a corner, which Payet would be the man to whip in. He puts into the area. Winston Reid goes up for it. Joel completely flaps out. He gets nowhere near it, and Ceballos would be the man to score. So we don't score in the penalty, but the ensuing corner finds its way to the back of the net. We would not be denied. Fantastic work from Ceballos just to win that header. Joel's, he's out to sea. He has no idea where he's at, and it's a great finish from Sabas to head that ball into the back of the net and give us that 1-0 advantage that we desperately crave. And this is now we can hopefully sit on this game, hit Everton on the counter, and be able to run out the time and pick up the 3 points here. As we get into the second half, Gorchka with one chance from about 18 yards away in the 60th minute, but Joel does make a good save. And then we see Correa looking to show off those skills yet again. Finds the ball, he's got plenty of pace. He skips around Jagielka, who's struggled on that left side of the defense. He tries to lay it off here. Back to Correa. His shot's blocked. Finds his way to Payet. He wins the ball. Payet strikes it. It's in the net. And it's Carrillo, the man to celebrate it. It actually comes off his backside and goes into the back of the net. So sometimes it's better to be fortunate than it is to be good, and that is the case for Andre Carrillo right here. Payet is able to win the ball away, does very well, strikes it at goal. You'll wonder if it would have went in anyways, but just a bit of fortune here as it hits off of Carrillo's backside, skips around Joel, and into the back of the net for that 2-0 lead that surely looks to seal the deal for us here against the Blues on Merseyside. Great finish. Well, we'll say from Payet, but Correa, of course, with the fortunate deflection, we are up 2-0. Everton, though, looking to counter here. Darren Gibson with a nice little run here from the midfielder. Does come forward. Butland maybe gets a piece of it, but it comes off the post, and we do retain that 2-goal advantage, and this would be the end of it. Aaron Cresswell steals the ball away, and he's absolutely slashed down in retaliation by the young Everton winger Holgate, and he is shown red here. Disappointing challenge. You don't want to see anybody going like that, especially when Cresswell won the ball fair and square. Holgate comes on. We've seen Lukaku's come on, but he will not score against us. Finally, it's unbelievable. And we do have one more chance here against a 10-man Everton lineup. Dybala skips around a defender, Aruna Kone, and then his shot is right into the chest of Joel. But that would be all she wrote. Full-time 2-0 victory for West Ham United. It's absolutely fantastic. You know, Everton didn't play bad, but we were able to take the chances when we had them. And for me, man, the match was Andre Carrillo, which is fantastic because he's been very up and down the starting lineup, so it's good to see him get into the lineup and have a real impact. I thought he played very, very well, and he gets our 3 Moose Mighty Hammer points. 2 points for Winston Reid in the heart of defense, who I thought was fantastic, was our captain for this matchup, and he was very, very strong. And 1 point for Aaron Cresswell. He's done better since he's been reinstated to the first team, so we hope to see him keep it up from here on out. But overall, fantastic performance by the boys and a well-deserved victory. But some controversy as we leave the matchup. We see Kevin Morales has come to my office and says he's unhappy with his role at the club. We know Callum Wilson said the same thing. So with that, for you guys for the next episode, let me know what you think we should do with both Kevin Morales and Callum Wilson heading into the January transfer window, just a month and a half away. But that's gonna be it for this episode, guys. I really hope you have enjoyed. As always, be sure to leave a like on the video, as it does help my channel out here on YouTube. Be sure to comment and subscribe if you are enjoying what you're seeing and you're new to the channel. As always, we'll see you in the next episode, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
Like we always do with this time. I got to shine.